would call me, like I said, at 3 in the morning when he's leaving. And we would talk all the way till he get to his car. All the way till he get home and in the house. And he didn't call me back that night. He didn't call me back that night.
Chesterfield 911, where's your emergency?
In Ironbridge, Ivy Walk, is a security dispatch car. It looked like it ran off of the road, ran into a tree maybe, I'm not sure.
It was the early morning of July 9th, 2009. Chesterfield Police received a call about a vehicle that was found in an adjacent wood line of the community. A caller called 911, and the original responding officers found Mr. West lying in a ditch line along the retention pond of the community. There was obvious signs of trauma, and the police investigation began at that point.
We got there, patrol guys were there, uniform officers, forensics I think had showed up, and we had an active crime scene involving Mr. West, who was the victim. He was an employee of a security company that worked there. And we just initially just did a walkthrough of what we thought was the crime scene. It was a fairly big crime scene. And I went over to where Mr. West was, and it was one of the most violent crime scenes I'd ever seen in my career. It looked to us like somebody was chasing him. Somebody was chasing him, he was trying to get away, and he got caught in a corner, couldn't get out, and that's where they did it.
There's always some form of physical evidence at the crime scene. In this investigation, we feel there were items left at the scene that were used to assault our victim, Mr. West. The items are preserved, and then the items are then forensically analyzed for any potential evidence purposes. They're sent off for DNA, they're sent off for fingerprint evaluation. The location where they were found is documented. The crime scene itself is not always, or very rarely is it just where our victim was found, because Mr. West was found. It includes where the vehicle was found, the path taken between the two, and any other contact that may have been had with individuals prior to that assault that took place.
I call him on the phone, because we used to talk every night. I call him on the phone. I said, "What you doing?" He said, "Nothing." I said, "Oh." He said, "Some guys out here, they blasting the music and stuff, and I have to keep running back and forth because they keep calling me for disturbing or loud music going on, and I guess they out there, drinking and carrying on, whatever." I was like, "Oh, for real?" He was like, "Yeah." He was like, and I went ran there. He said me and one of the guys had words. And I said, "Well, Damien, do you think I need to call?" He said, "No, Ma, I'm okay." I said, "No, Damien, do you think I need to call somebody?" He said, "No, Mama, I'm okay." Because I was going to call his job and let him know that something had went down. Because Damien the type of person, he don't, like, if something go, he ain't going to call and tell you nothing. He just going to let it just where it's over. It's just over with. It's done with. Ain't nothing, like ain't nothing really happened. And he was like, "No, Mama, no, Mama." I said, "Damien, you sure? Do you need me to call and let somebody know so somebody can come out there?" He was like, "No, I'm fine."
Mr. West was a civilian security guard that is hired by the apartment community. Some of the responsibilities and duties he has include just general observations, documentation of contacts with citizens, assisting sworn law enforcement when they respond to calls, things of that nature. There was some contact with a group of younger males that he documented both in his written reports as well as through notification of the management of the community itself.
How you doing, Doc? This is Wes. I was looking for you off of the phone with the answer machine came on. I just report Mr. Chris. I don't know his last name.
They were reportedly smoking marijuana earlier in that evening during the initial encounter. Mr. West, according to our police investigation, had made contact with several of these individuals in the past.
So when I called his phone, it was a message on there asking me, Miss Patricia, have you talked to your son Damien? Because we hadn't heard from him. And I was like, wait a minute, hold on, what's going on? What they mean they haven't heard from him? So what I did was, I called them to see what was going on myself. And they was like, well, we haven't heard from him. We don't know what's going on. I was like, well, the last time I talked to him, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. And he told me that him and someone had got into a little something word to word, you know. And I said, other than that, I didn't talk to him after that. They was like, well, we'll get back with you, let you know what's going on. I was like, get back with me, let me know. That's my son. I said, what, is he dead? First I said that. I said, what you trying to tell me, he dead? Or is you trying to tell me he locked up or something don't happen? What is you trying to tell me? You telling me you don't know where my son is? You know? And they was like, we'll get back with you. And they hung the phone up. I loved him. This is love. If he was sick, that would have been a different story. But somebody actually took his life. That's a whole different ballgame when a life be taken from a mother.
People that go and commit these crimes are in your community, just like they're in our community. And we often need people who know about these crimes or witness these crimes to step forward and tell us what they know, even if they don't think it means anything, because that might be the one key that we need to break it open. You never know.
We just want to know what happened and why. I feel the way my daughter feels. Why would you take the life of somebody? That's hate. Should nobody have that much hate in them to take nobody's life?
These crimes happen, and they've happened. I've been in every neighborhood in this county. Rich, poor, black, white, Hispanic, doesn't matter. You know, we all live here, we all work together, we all live together. And these people are out there, and they're dangerous people. We need to get them off the street. We can't do it by ourselves. We have to have the help of witnesses, family members, co-workers of bad guys who've called us in the past. So-and-so said this, so-and-so said that, I heard this, I heard that. They've broken murder cases for us, you know, so we have to have help. We can't do it alone.
And I'll tell anybody to have any information about my son, it can be the smallest little thing, to please come forward. Because, you know, I hear people tell me that, oh, you should be over it by now. You shouldn't be whining. You still should be crying. You still shouldn't be greeting and this and that. If you was in my shoe, you wouldn't say that. That's my child. I loved him.